Now let's get started with our program. We're first going to welcome Laura Organian and Adrian Long. Did I say those both right? They're with Hotel Bothwell.
Thank you. Okay, so a little icebreaker. I'm definitely not a public speaker, so just bear with me through this. This is my first time presenting for Hotel Bothwell. Welcome any questions you guys have, and I appreciate you guys having me here. So as you know, we're with Hotel Bothwell, pretty famous in town. I think the one thing I get the most is I've seen Hotel Bothwell, I've driven past it a bunch of times. Is it haunted? But I've never been inside, so I'd like to give you the opportunity to go inside the hotel with me. So as I said, this is pretty much what everybody knows. So how many people have seen Hotel or are familiar with Hotel Bothwell? Okay.
We had our parents' 50th wedding anniversary there.
And that's the coolest part about the hotel is I hear so many stories about people that have come there. I mean, obviously it was built in 1927, so there's so much history there, and that's the best part I think for me about working there is not only getting to work with the community, working with community leaders and also businesses, is also just the guests that we do have come there. So pretty famous is our lobby. This is what I hear the most. I've been in the lobby, but other than that, I'm not too familiar. Is it updated? It's from 1927? What does it look like inside? Are the rooms old, or what is it all about? And so there's a lot of new construction and remodeling that we've done, just even since I've been there over the last year and a half. A lot of amenities offered. We just did have a new construction done on our front desk, and the cool thing about that is when they were moving the old desk, they actually found the original desk, and the front desk was built, so another one was built on top of the original. And so that was definitely something nice to see. We found a bunch of old papers and just different things from quite a long time ago, so that was really neat. We do have a fitness center. Obviously we have a gift shop. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that, but it's open to the public, so everybody's welcome to come through and look. We do have a business center for our guests. We did just do a remodel about 2 years ago on the bathrooms. So all the bathrooms in the hotel were definitely remodeled. We have 6 original rooms still from 1927. Don't recommend booking those for your corporate guests. They're very small. So the hotel was originally 109 rooms. It is now 53 rooms. And 2 of those are corporate apartments. And those are currently rented, but hoping to come available at some point. And then we have 2 that were just recently remodeled into our executive king suites. And so this is just a typical king room. It still maintains that feel, the original feel of the hotel, but then also the modern amenities with the bathrooms. So one thing I'm excited that we announced just over a year ago is our Pettis County rate. And that's something that a lot of business owners were coming and saying, hey, I have so-and-so coming into town, or we're working on this big project, and I really want to wow these people, and I'm just, what can we do? And so that's where the Pettis County rate came from. And the cool part about it is all you have to do is be a business in Pettis County. And so that automatically qualifies you for a 35% discount on any room in the hotel. So it takes less than 5 minutes for me to set that up. We can do it over the phone, we can do it over via email. And it's just, I did put a corporate rate contract on each table. I have more of those available if you guys are interested. Any business, it doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, you just qualify. We want to bring people to Sedalia. We want to grow business in Sedalia, and this is our way of helping you guys do that. So the billing can be set up in multiple ways. It can be direct bill where the company pays for it, or you can even have it to where the guests pay for their own room as well. So however we can work any way you guys want to do that. It's a pretty easy task to get set up, and just makes it a little easier on you guys. You can call in. We do have, through our booking platform where you can book through, if you have a travel agency that you go through, they can book directly online, or you can call the hotel direct and book your reservations. We do that quite often for quite a few businesses here in town. So just an example of what a typical discount to show you how beneficial this can be for your business. A typical queen room runs about $90. With the 35% discount, that equates to $58.50 per night. And so with everything the hotel has to offer, I just feel like that'd be an added benefit. It's a great way to show your guests what Sedalia has to offer. Downtown obviously is growing. We're excited. There's a lot of new businesses coming there. And so inside the hotel, I'm not sure if you guys know, this is the new rooms that we just did. These are those executive king suites. And so the 2 rooms that are available for rent, just as a regular suite, and then also the 3 apartments that we have, look, they're all the same. And so they have a great view of downtown. Just outside is the courthouse, so if you go through so this is the kitchen area, and then when you go through the doors, this is a little sitting area so they can still conduct business, relax. It still feels like home away from home. And then the room is there, obviously. King bed. And so those have a great view of downtown, and it's a great way to just impress anybody that you want to bring to town. And with a 35% discount, I mean, you definitely can't beat that. We are booking our Christmas parties. I don't know if anybody's had or been to an event in the Hotel Bothwell, but we have 3 different meeting spaces that are available. We do have a promotion going on right now. You don't have to be in Pettis County, but if you book before the end of this month, then you'll receive 10% off your venue space. So one of the rooms that we have just for simple meetings is our boardroom. It can be set up in multiple ways. Right here, it's just obviously classroom style. It's $100 for the day. It does include tablecloths, napkins, tables and chairs. There is a TV mounted on the wall, so it makes it easy for your presentations. And it also is easy if you do have guests staying there where they're not trying to navigate town, through town and find their way. They can just go right in the hotel. We do have coffee, water service available. We do have the Ivory Grill on property, and so they can provide any catering needs that you need. And it can just be something small, a breakfast, appetizers. There's a full menu, so there's a lot of different options. So when you think of your parties at the hotel, a lot of people just think of these grand, big parties, and it doesn't have to be. It can be a simple business meeting as well. Another room that's kind of famous in the hotel is the Truman Boardroom. So this is actually in the basement of the hotel, not dark and dingy and definitely not haunted, but it's also $100, and if you want to make, it just stands out and it definitely makes an impression. The room itself is a conversation starter among a lot of groups. And so that room is also $100. It does include tablecloths, napkins, tables and chairs, and then the same amenities are available. It does have a TV mounted here on the wall, and so you can still do your presentations in there as well. And then of course we have our grand ballroom. So that one is $600 for the day. That if you wanted to add on that boardroom, which was the first room that we saw, and then include the entire mezzanine area, it's just $650 for the entire. So it's basically the second floor minus the spa. And that includes the same thing as the others. We do have multiple different AV equipment available. We have wireless microphones, we have podium, projector, speaker system, and then also the same amenities with the coffee, water service, or if you want to have a full catering, we do have that available as well. And then we do offer, as in the bottom it said, we do have half-day rentals. So if you're not needing the room for the whole day, we can work with you on the price and offer a half-day rental as well. So as I did mention, it's a pretty all-inclusive property. That's the good thing about it, especially with guests that are from out of town, is that they don't really have to leave. And so all guests do receive 10% discount in the restaurant, so that's an added benefit. So we have our Ivory Grill restaurant. They also do the catering, so everything is done right there on property. You don't have to speak to this person and that person and coordinate. It's all right there on property. So that makes it a little easier for business owners as well. We do have our Oak Room Lounge, and so that is open throughout the week. One thing that we did incorporate for Pettis County business exclusively, we had a lot of people saying, hey, I like to have a lot of meetings on Mondays, or we have people come in on Sundays and we want to have dinners. And we weren't previously open. We will open for private dinners now for Pettis County business. So that's one thing that we did incorporate just to kind of help you guys with your scheduling. And so you guys can definitely inquire more about that. And then, like I said, we do have the lounge right there on property, so just another place for them to kind of unwind after a long day of work. And it's a nice, quiet setting. It does close at 10, so it's not something where you have to worry about sending your guests to. Also, we have the spa, and so we did just remodel that this year. They've done an amazing job. So they added in hair, so now we have hair and makeup services, and so that's been an added benefit to our, obviously, like our wedding guests and our wedding parties and stuff like that. So definitely encourage you to come tour it. They offer a lot of services, great price. They're very competitive with others here in town. And of course, I'm going to mention the Corvette Show. So one thing we did take on this year is the first annual Corvette Show. We did partner with WK on that, and we're definitely excited for this event. It is free to the public. We're going to have vendors. There's going to be a lot of raffle prizes, and all of the proceeds from the raffles are going to be donated to a local organization called Cancer Perks. So we're definitely invite everybody to come attend. We had some great community sponsors. I think we got 32 local companies on board to sponsor this event. And so just in that, with that sponsorship, they did get a trophy in their name, and they get to present it to their pick of the show. So it just encourages local businesses to be involved in the community. Obviously a great networking event. So that's going to take place Saturday, October 13th. We look to start at around 9 a.m. And it will be an all-day event. So everybody is welcome to come. I know they have another event here in town, but definitely save time and a little bit in your schedule to attend the event, because I think it's going to be it's great for downtown. It's a great event to bring people to Sedalia and just show them kind of what we have to offer here, besides the state fair, of course. And so there's my contact information there. If you guys have any questions, if you want to just schedule to come look at the property, I definitely would love to take you around and show you the rooms, show you what we have going on there and what we can offer your corporate travelers here in town. On your tables, there's some poker chips, a little fun, and then obviously they're not worth anything, so please don't take them and try to play anything on them. We don't want to get in trouble for that, but I did include some Corvette Show flyers. If you want to take those and hang those in your business, we sure would appreciate it. If you guys have any questions about the corporate rate contract, definitely feel free to get a hold of me. My business cards are on there. I did also include the card to our catering manager. Her name is Kelly Ramey. And so she is the restaurant catering manager for the Ivory Grill. And so she can definitely provide any information as far as catering for that. And that's all I have. Anybody have any questions? Yes.
Is your breakfast every day?
Yes, breakfast is served every day, Monday through Sunday.
6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm. And that's open to the public as well, so it's not just for guests. So, yes.
What's the largest size group you can have?
Sure. So in our ballroom, I would say seated would be around 125 to 130 comfortably. In the other rooms, I would say in the Truman room, that one could do around up to 30. The boardroom would be a little bit smaller for that. Yes?
So is the hotel haunted?
I can neither confirm or deny rumors that the hotel is haunted. I personally have never experienced anything. I've heard stories. I've heard some fun stories. Had some fun reviews online. Yes?
So I didn't know you did the haircuts in the spa.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about the cost of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I just do the hotel side, but you can definitely, Jamie Davis is the manager there at the spa, and so she would be better to answer those questions. And afterwards, I can provide you with her email or the phone number there.
And I think they do have all their services listed online.
Yes.
And you can even book massages and stuff from the online side.
Yes, that's correct.
So I had another question about these. Do these get you anything like? Are they giveaways for?
Well, they're
off
just.
at the spa, or are they?
No, they're just a marketing tool. Something different. Any other questions?
Is the breakfast free for the ones who are staying at the hotel?
So it's not, because it is separate. It's not, but they do, like I said, each guest that checks in gets a 10% off coupon that they're able to present. And they can use that for dinner, lunch, or breakfast. And so we do serve lunch as well, and that's also open to the public, and that is Tuesday through Friday. from 11 till 2. And they have awesome lunch specials. I know that they're pretty involved in their Facebook ads and their Facebook promoting, and then also their website as well. So each month they...
Every day of the week.
Breakfast is every day, Yes, ma'am.
Would you repeat the room capacity for the Truman Boardroom, and you mentioned another room besides the Grand Ballroom?
Yes, so the Grand Ballroom, as I had said, was seated would be around 120 to 130 comfortably. And then the Truman Boardroom would be up to 30. And then the other boardroom, I would say between, it just depends on the layout, but around 10 to 15. Yes, sir.
What's your online presence like? You guys do a lot of online stuff?
So most of ours is Facebook. We do a lot of interaction on our Facebook page. We find that that probably draws in the most. We obviously have our website, and then most of with hotels, a lot of it is reviews. And so that's where we reach and respond to our guests. So different review sites, your TripAdvisor, your Google reviews. We are a choice hotel as well. And so we do accept, we're part of the choice program. They have choice rewards. So your guests, even corporate guests, do receive points for their stay. And so a lot of the reviews will come through choice, and it gives us a direct, so even when your guest leaves, they'll be invited to provide their feedback to us. So it gives us that direct connection with them to find out what, make sure that we're doing everything correctly, or what can we improve on as well. Yes, sir.
You talked about the original rooms, and I know that you've had a lot of expansion and renovations
Yes.
over the course of the last 5 to 10 years, I'd say. But is there plans in the future for any more future renovations or expansions inside?
Hopefully not. I think I've had enough renovation, but I know we try to keep those. It's really neat to go in those rooms. So 2 of them we did have to actually remodel the bathroom in them, because as they're obviously getting older and the original fixtures are getting older, it's getting harder and harder to fix or replace certain things. So 2 of them we were forced to remodel, but the other 4 are still original tile, floors, fixtures. And so it gives, it's kind of hit and miss with those. They either love them or hate them. And so it definitely gives a chance to step back into history, and that's the part I think that people enjoy the most. But as of right now, we plan to keep them that way, just because it does provide, and we are on the historic register, so it does provide that opportunity for a guest to see what would it have been like back in 1927 for a room that rented for $1 a night. So yeah.
And just so everyone knows, a frequent question is, every room does have its own bathroom. We had guests check in yesterday, and they were like, are we sharing bathrooms down the hall? And we had one guy check out, and he actually did say, the room was lovely. It would have just been nice to have a bathroom. You did have a bathroom in your room. He didn't even open the door and check, because he just assumed that he did not have a bathroom. So yes, every room does have its own bathroom and shower.
So
and
as
a lot
you-
of our rooms
yeah.
do have 2 bathrooms, full-size bathrooms, depending on the room.
And that's the cool part about the hotel, is that, and we were talking about that earlier, you can have 3 or 4 guests come in and stay in the same room type, but their room is completely different. One will have 2 bathrooms, one will have a bathroom and a vanity, and one will have a bathroom and a half, but they're all the same, they're all king rooms. And so each floor in and of itself is different, and that's kind of the fun part. You'll have, as you were saying, that we had some of their guests that had stayed during a development, and they were all laughing about how many bathrooms did you have, or what did you have in that, what was behind that door? And so that's kind of the fun part. It gives them something different. They travel a lot, they're away from home a lot, and they see the same hotel room everywhere they go. This gives them the opportunity to see something different. We have an old mail chute that goes all the way to the 7th floor. The first question everyone asks, does it still work? Yes, every morning the gentleman comes in, our postmaster comes in, he's the only one with the key, and he comes in every morning and checks the mail. And so then everyone will go buy postcards just to stick them down the mail slot. And you'll even have some people where one will be up on the 7th floor dropping it, and one will be in the lobby videotaping it coming down. So I mean, it's just something different for your guests, for your corporate guests, a way to impress them, obviously, with the upgrades that we've done, but then also provide them with something fun, something that breaks up that monotony of work and work and work and work. And that's what we're here to do.
So another thing that ResCare had when we first
Yep.
opened in December of last year, we had our meetings at the hotel. That was at Christmas time.
Yep.
On my gosh.
Yes.
The gift room and all the ornaments and all the things you guys have available for purchase.
Yeah, so people do come from all over. I mean, different states, and they come just to shop from our trees. And we welcome everybody to come. We sold out almost all our Christmas stuff last year, so we have all new. I haven't even seen it yet, but
that's the neat thing about our trees is everything on the tree is for sale. So anything you like, you can just take right off the tree and buy it.
We've had people purchase the whole tree before.
And we have multiple trees throughout the hotel. So.
And then also, I don't know if you guys are familiar, we have our presentation on Thanksgiving evening where they have live music and they have fireworks show off the top of the building. We have thousands that come from everywhere and just gather downtown together. And that's what they do every year. And it's really neat to see. And it's a great show. Yes.
I always notice when I'm downtown, a lot of people on bikes.
Yes,
are staying
yes.
at your place, I assume riding the Katy Trail. How are you getting in front of all these people? Because I always just stop and ask, where are you from? You know, how did you find Sedalia? What made you decide to stop here? So how do you get in front of all those people? Because it seems like there's people on the trail all the time.
There is. And the great part is we have a wonderful chamber. They do a great job of promoting us. And then just a lot of work on just that. Where are you from? What's your story? Promoting it on our Facebook page. Asking them, you know, where they're from. Why do they travel? When do they plan to travel back to Sedalia? Just kind of figuring out their story, what their background is. We did just install a bike washing station in our parking lot. That's been a huge hit. So the great part about us being downtown is the ability to bring them in and then keep them and let them, you know, tell them about all the different things that we have to offer. Obviously, outside of downtown is great too, but we're a little partial. So, but it is a lot of just people come to Sedalia, they don't even plan to stop. They'll be on the trail and they don't even plan to stop in Sedalia, and then they see the depot and they're just amazed. And then they come and they start coming downtown and they say how friendly the people are here. Everybody's saying hello. They might not be used to that. In our hotel, that's one thing we definitely pride ourselves on is just that customer service. How are you doing? How was your stay? And we'll do the same thing for your guests as well. And so I think that's probably the biggest part is just a lot of people like to tell their stories, and so we provide them that platform. We've had some really neat ones. Just recently we had two gentlemen that came through on the trail. They started in Northern California. They were biking to their 58th high school reunion in New Jersey. And they biked the whole way, and they stayed in people's homes. They stayed in abandoned barns on the side of the road, on just where they found them. People invited them into their home. We actually were sold out. They were just looking for somewhere. We were calling around, trying to find somewhere for them to stay, and they weren't able to find anywhere. And we actually had a room come open, and we let them stay there. And they kind of went through everything that they had talked about. They showed us. They blogged about it. They blogged about Sedalia online, and just the different things that the people they were able to see. And so that's kind of, it gets out there. We ended up in a magazine because we accidentally bent someone's tire on our service elevator, and so he wrote this big story about it, and it got featured in a magazine, and didn't even try. So, yeah.
But we do have a great community. Yesterday we did have an older gentleman and his wife that were riding the trail, and she got sick along the way, and residents of the community gave them a ride, put them in their car, not knowing them, and their bikes, loaded them up and brought them to the hotel so she could try to rest. And so, I mean, the community is great also in helping us with our guests and stuff.
Yes.
Do you have anybody dedicated to event sales and going out and trying to grow that area, like the event planning?
Well, that would be me. So, yeah. Just attending events like this and, you know, the chamber meetings and just trying to get out there, find out what everyone's needs are, what are they asking. That's where that Pettis County rate came from. It's just people saying, hey, we've been trying to approach this for a while and we haven't made any room. What can we do? And that's where that came about. Same thing with the Corvette show. I actually was from Branson, Missouri before here. I worked in some hotels down there, and we had an event similar to that. And people were asking around, hey, I guess Independence, Missouri originally was a home to a huge Corvette show, and the city grew, and as they grew, the downtown grew, and they kicked them out. And so they said, we just want that. That's what we're looking for. And I said, hey, I got it. So we did get it. We have over almost 65 cars registered now, so you'll see about 65 Corvettes rolling in town, hopefully more. And so people are talking about it everywhere. I have people calling daily about that, so.
The downtown gave us all the streets around the courthouse, so we have the entire downtown.
Yeah.
That night, we're gonna do a cruise with all the Corvettes, so if you wanna bring kids out or, come out for a date night, all the Corvettes gonna be cruising around the square.
They'll have some good specials in the restaurant. Spa will be offering some specials as well. Cooking hamburgers and hot dogs, and they have a few other things they haven't told me yet out in the parking lot, so. Yeah. Oh, yes.
So I'll ask the final question.
Okay.
What can we as a community do for you?
I think just continue to provide me with your feedback. Let me know, what can we do? Are we doing something? Can we be doing something? We're here, we want to grow Sedalia, we want everybody to want to come to Sedalia. We provide a perfect venue for that. And if you continue to tell me, hey, I need this, or I got 5 people coming into town that are part of this business meeting and I don't have anywhere to put them, what can we do? We can help you. We can definitely do that, and we want that, and we want to be here for you guys. So just open communication and continue to provide me with the feedback on how can I actually help you, what can we do?
So Hotel Bothwell has sponsored a couple of gifts to give away, and Linda has been paying attention and listening for the best questions. So the 2 best questions she's gonna.
I think the 2 best questions came from the student table. One of those being, what is your online presence? That was this gentleman right here. And then the other one was, anybody dedicated to event sales?